Welcome back to my channel, everyone. Listen, if you are new here to the channel, do me a huge favor and go ahead and click that subscribe button. There is content on this channel for everyone, and I do mean everyone. So click that subscribe button, and if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Okay, now let's get into today's video. It's going to be a little bit different, but I need you to hang on. It's just going to be me talking about something kind of important. It may pertain to you, it may not, but it's more of like an informative piece here, okay? So, like I said, just bear with me. I'm going to go through all the details of why I'm pissed off, but yeah. But before I talk about the thing that's actually pissing me off, let me say this. Thank you guys very much for 800 subscribers. I mean, I saw that the other day. I didn't quite get a chance to like hop on and make a formal video, but I'm going to throw it in here. Thank you guys very much. I really do appreciate the love and support. And I know it's not like crazy big numbers, but to me, 800 people that at one point or another have said that they have enjoyed my content. It means a lot to me. It really does. And my videos have been getting decent views. It's just been very nice. So I really do appreciate that. I mean, I love it. Okay, now let's get into the thing that's pissing me off. Now, one thing that has gotten my channel a lot of views is, well, a lot of views in my opinion. You know, let's clarify. A lot of the videos that I've done on the Instagram ads and just like the Instagram shopping videos, those are by far the funnest thing to do for me, and it brings a lot of engagement to the channel, and it's cool and it's fun. I have found some of the coolest stuff on Instagram. But here lately, I have just been so irritated with Instagram. And let me tell you why, okay? Now, of course, as you may or may not know, there is a Meta verified program that you can join. It's a paid subscription. Now, what you get is you get all these benefits and a verification badge, right? Whoop-de-doo. I'm not trying to be Mr. Hollywood over here. I'll tell you why I wanted Meta verified in the first place here in a second. But, it's supposed to come with all these other perks. Like you're supposed to have like kind of, a dedicated representative to help you resolve issues quicker. And you know what I mean? Like support and all that good stuff, right? And it's... that's an issue in and of itself, but like I said, so I joined the Meta Verified for many different reasons. Number one, especially with me doing this stuff for YouTube, I wanted to have I wanted to have it known to other companies that I was reaching out to that I'm a real person, that I'm not like I'm not a scammer, or I'm not a fake account, that, I am who I say I am. And that does help you out when it comes to that stuff. Like when I'm trying to reach out to, companies that have reached out to me, or, vice versa. It helps companies identify that I am who I am, and I'm the dude behind this YouTube channel. That's the main thing. It's not... And people get that twisted all the time. I didn't get verified to pretend to be something I'm not. I'm obviously not famous, and that's I can't stress that enough. I'm not trying to pretend like I'm like I said, I'm not trying to be Mr. Hollywood over here. I just wanted my account to have some validation when it came to me reaching out to these companies, because believe it or not, companies do find my Instagram channel, or my Instagram account, through my YouTube, and that's cool. That's fine. I love that. But I want them to know that this is the real thing. So that was the biggest thing. I wanted some literal verification that I am who I say I am. I'm the dude behind this YouTube channel. And another good thing was, to me, I thought it was a very good idea to have support when it comes to, like just your account in general. Because I've had several times in the past that I've had a photo or comment wrongfully deleted, but without having Meta verified, you can't really do much about it, you don't have that direct support like you do with Meta verified. So that's one of the other positives. Now, what I will say though is, and this is where the issue begins, is as soon as I signed up for Meta verified, I noticed a trend. And this is why I'm bringing it to your attention. If this is something that you're interested in, I need you to just pay close attention, okay? I paid to have this service. I paid to have Meta verified. And right from the beginning, I feel like as soon as I started paying Instagram to have my account verified, it almost felt like my account itself had a target on its back. I felt like, I still do, I feel like my account is being watched more now than it ever has. And that's just very disappointing. And one of the reasons that I'm saying that is because I can't even comment. I've had so many comments removed for many different reasons. I've had and of course these all kind of count against you. You can only have so many comments removed or so many posts removed before they start adding, either restrictions or suspensions. So every time this was happening, I would have a post removed because this was the biggest one. I had a post removed because it basically, they claimed that I was either trying to buy or sell a firearm in a post, like on my account, not just like in a message or a comment. Just I had a picture of a car brand, KHAR brand firearm. I knew nothing about it, and I was reaching out to the gun community, the 2A community, and I was trying to get some information on it. Is it worth the buy? So on and so forth. So I had the post removed, and like I said, they claimed, and even in the description of that post, that's all I said was, I'm looking into buying this firearm, but before I do, I want some information on it. So before I go and spend the money on it, just let me know pros and cons and so on and so forth. Not once did I mention that I was trying to buy the gun on Instagram or on Facebook. I was just interested in buying the firearm in general. And I don't remember exactly what the post said, but if you read it, if a person that, if a person that they say claimed that they, like physical eyes looked at this post and said that, oh yeah, this is what this means. That's what they said to me. Because the post was removed automatically by Instagram's algorithm and safety protocol, whatever. And then I appealed it, which is supposed to send it to a person, and they're supposed to look it over and either confirm or deny that this was a mistake or it deserves to be deleted. And like I said, if it actually went to a person, all they would have to do was look at the photo, read the description. Oh, this person isn't trying to buy it on Facebook or Instagram. He's just asking about information. And as far as I remember, I don't even know if I even put the words purchase or buy in the same post. I was just asking for information to see if it was a good firearm or not. That's all I wanted. So, like I said, I appealed it, and what they told me was that it still violated their terms of service, which is complete and total bullshit, because it did no such thing. There was no terms of service violations or anything. They blatantly lied and said that somebody looked it over. Because like I said, no human being with an ounce of fucking, intelligence would look at that and say, oh, this violates their terms of service. Because it didn't. And if you did say that, then you're a liar. So that's a very big issue. Because in my opinion, you taking that post down is extreme leftist censorship. And that's taking a bias. You know what I mean? That's taking a stance. And of course, they're an independent company. They're private, whatever. They have every right to run their app the way they want to. But the censorship, especially in today's day and age, that is a very hot topic. And if you are trying to silence me, buddy, you gotta silence everybody. And I don't see that happening. And why you're trying to go after my account, I'm not really sure. But that's where it started. It started with that post. As soon as I become Meta Verified, that post was on my account for years before it got removed. And as soon as I started paying for Meta Verified, it got removed. I'm like, well, that's kind of odd. And then, you go back and forth with people on Instagram. Sometimes it's harmless. Sometimes it can be a little, it can be a little too much. But, as you know, if you do use Instagram regularly, they do have these little warnings that pop up. Oh, consider editing your comment, or if it's not as bad, there's a little thing that says this comment looks familiar to other comments we've removed in the past. And they do give you a warning, and they don't always remove your comment, but they still do every now and then. Even, sometimes I've had comments removed that might have been a little bit too harsh when arguing with somebody online. And that's the fact. So I know I've had comments removed, rightfully so, but more often than not, I've had more comments removed that didn't violate anything, that weren't harsh, than I've had ones removed that did deserve it. You get what I'm saying? That is an issue. And so once again, I go to, after I have all these comments removed and stuff, and these posts removed, of course, I go to the Meta Verified support, and I get to talk to an actual person. And, they look into it for you, and every single time, they sit there and tell me that everything violated their terms of service. And it just makes no sense. Because like I said, and you show them screenshots. Like, okay, look, how can this be misconstrued? How can this post be taken for anything other than what it says? Or how can this comment, which is literally a quote from a song lyric, or a quote from whatever they said in the video, and it gets removed? What? You get, okay, so it's okay for them to say it verbally on the video format, but on text format, that's not okay. That doesn't make sense. Make that make sense. It shouldn't make sense. And I don't know. It's a big ordeal, and it just pisses me off. And like I said, I could be commenting, seamlessly, like harmless comments, and then they get removed. And like I said, I go back to the support, and they tell me, oh, it does violate this, and blah, blah, blah. And they're just lying straight to your face. They're not even looking at it. They're going back, and they're seeing that, oh, it was removed. They're not actually checking out your content. They don't give a shit. They don't care. They're gonna side with Instagram because I guess they're worried they're gonna get fired or something. I don't know, but they do a terrible job. Okay, and that is just so frustrating. Like, just imagine that you're trying to be civilized in a conversation, but you still have to let this person know that that they're wrong and whatever they're saying is stupid. But when you do say it, you're like, oh well, there goes my comment. It got deleted because I had to let this person know that what it was saying was dumb. Like, I understand that bullying is not okay. Bullying is never okay. But at the same time, if you have an asshole who's being an asshole to you directly, you should have every right to be an asshole back. And I feel like with the Meta Verified, they kind of take that ability away from you. Without Meta Verified, I felt like more of a freer account. I felt like I felt like my account was the way it should have been. So I don't know. I don't know. And the straw that broke the camel's back was, and I got some pictures to show. I'm going to try and put them in chronological order. But, so, recently I had a restriction applied to my account. Now, it's not as bad as it sounds, but the problem is, there's almost like a strike limit, right? Like a 3 strikes and you're out situation. Because they don't just kind of like fall off. Like once your account gets up to a certain amount of restrictions or whatever, they're just going to suspend your account. They're going to delete it. They're going to ban you, essentially. So that's the issue, is every time I get a comment removed or every time I have a post removed, I'm getting that much closer to losing my account wrongfully. That is very messed up. That's not okay. That's I don't know. Hopefully I'm recording. I am good. Okay. Anyway, what happened was there was I left a comment on somebody's post that was not sexual. There was just kind of like, it was kind of like your eyes are playing tricks on you, but it looked like this thing wasn't even a person. It looked like it had a camel toe. To which I responded that exactly. I wrote the words, that looks like a camel toe. Something similar. Nothing too crazy. And like I said, that's nothing sexual. It's just, camel toes happen. It's a legit thing, like people talk about them. They happen to everybody, especially, little pretty ladies with a little bit more fupa situation. That thing starts to look like something. But, I ain't mad at it. It don't bug me. That ain't a bad thing. Camel toes could be cool, right? I'm sure people like that. That's a thing. But, it don't bug me. Camel toe's a camel toe. Whatever, It's like the same thing as a bulge, man, Like you can't hide it, right? You if you got a lot of junk in the front, it's going to be poking out there. It's going to be noticeable. Same thing, these ladies walking around with these little, tight shorts, whatever. And now it's looking like this, looking like these 2 knuckles. What am I supposed to do about that, It is what it is. But like I said, none of that had anything to do with it because the picture wasn't even a person. It was a thing. I don't even remember exactly what it was, but it looked like the object had a camel toe. And I wrote that out. Looks like a camel toe. Guess what? I was slapped with this. Okay? I was slapped with this restriction. It says I couldn't comment until August 20th, right? Which, like I said, that's really not that big of a deal. It's a minor thing. I'm not having my account deleted, right? Not yet, anyway. But like I said, I feel like it's working on a point system here, and I'm getting closer to the end. Like, what next? I make a joke, a lighthearted joke, and I get my account deleted because they're pussies or something. that's, I don't know. I really don't. But anyway, so after that happened, I go back to my account, and I'm like, okay, well, you can actually see what your account status is, right? So I go back to that, and I'm checking everything out, and of course I'm looking at the removed content. Like I said, it's showing me a couple that have been recently removed, all comments, no posts. And then it gives you the option to like check to see what your account status is, if you have any restrictions. So I check that, and of course it says there's no restrictions. So I'm like, well, that's weird, because it says that I can use all features. I can go live, I can do all that stuff, I can comment, I can post, I can like. You get what I'm saying? So that's just crazy to me. So here it is. Every time I try to comment, I get this post that pops up saying that I can't comment until August 20th. But then on my profile in account settings, you tell me that I have no restrictions. So somewhere your app isn't working. Somewhere somebody's not communicating, because I obviously have a restriction if you're not allowing me to comment. So why are you telling me that I have no restrictions and that I'm actually able to comment? That makes no sense. That basically, if you're not gonna, if it's not gonna tell you the truth, that part of the app is useless. Delete it. Take it out of the code, because it's pointless if you're going to sit there and lie to me. Now, like I said, it tells me I have no restrictions. So I go back to Meta Verified support, and I bring that to their attention. I'm like, well, my account says I have no restrictions, but I can't comment, blah, 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 blah. And, we go back and forth a little bit, and I kind of show them a screenshot of what it says when I comment. And, then they go back and basically tell me that, yeah, there's a restriction on your account. I had to wait, by the way. I waited all the way up until August 20th before I started even saying anything, because, it says August 20th I should be able to comment, and I wasn't able to. So what I had to do was, like I said, I had to go to Meta Verified support and tell them, like, hey, you restricted my account, and you said that I can't comment until the 20th. Well, buddy, it's the 20th. Why am I still not allowed to comment? And, I go back and forth, like I said, with the representative or the Meta Verified support. And, we talk a little bit, and, I give him all the info that I can. And, then he says, well, okay, I guess it's out of his hand. And he says, I gotta turn this over to a dedicated team to either approve or deny, the release of my restriction. So I'm like, well, which I say again, I'm like, my account says I have no restrictions, so how can I have a restriction if I have no restrictions? I was like, that's another issue here. So he done left the chat, or she, I don't really know. They left the chat, and I'm left here all alone, because he sent me to a dedicated team of people who were going to look this over. And, luckily enough, after, I'd say probably 45 minutes after I had this conversation with Meta Verified support, and they turned it over to the dedicated team, I guess the A team of Instagram, they were, I don't know, I guess they flipped a switch in the back, and guess what? It says that I was able to comment again. Now, that's fine, right? But I shouldn't have had to reach out. If you tell me that my restriction ends on the 20th, you need to automatically do that. I shouldn't have to remind you to do that. That's something that you should have taken care of. So, you get with it, man. Mark Zuckerberg, fix that shit. Your apps are broken. Facebook sucks. Instagram is all that I use. Because Twitter is, okay, but it's all over the place. So Instagram it is. Okay, so let's keep it together. Let's fix the shithole. That's pretty much it. I've ranted for far too long, but that's why that right there is why I'm irritated with Instagram. Now that I can comment again, it's only a matter of time before another restriction's added to my account, because I'm not going to stop using my account. I'm still going to reply to people. People are being assholes. I mean, I don't know. Is that how other people are? Like other verified accounts? Do y'all go through the same thing? Like, whether you pay for the subscription or you gained it naturally, like famous people, do they go through the same shit? I really am curious. I would like to get like a background look of like, a celebrity's Instagram verified account and see if they deal with the same shit. Anyway, that's it. I got plenty more videos coming up. Real cool ones. I got a bunch of cool ones. I got another video of me. We're talking about some talk shows and stuff. So, stay tuned for that. Click that subscribe button. And yeah, Meta Verified sucks. It ain't worth it, but I'll leave it up to you. And I guess I'll see you in the next video. See ya.